Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with your final hot take of the evening. Let's start things off with a tweet from Mike Cernovich, I believe his name is. And he is a filmmaker and author. He's retweeting a tweet from Jon Ossoff. He is the Democratic candidate for Congress, for Senator, running in the runoff election. And John has retweeted, especially during the 18th Party Congress, follow Chinese state media. Isn't that weird? Why would he do that? Why would he retweet Chinese state media? Why would he want Congress to follow it? Doesn't make any sense to me. It looks incredibly bad, to publicly state that. It's like, hey, follow your new masters. It's like, dude, have you not read what's happening in the world? That 2 million Chinese spies have been identified in the United States and in the West? It's absolutely nuts. Absolutely 100% insanity that he would tweet that. He should not be elected to Congress. If you're looking for a reason to vote Republican in the Georgia runoff, here it is. Here it is. In other news, the New York Post urged Donald Trump to end this dark charade. Yeah, it's getting down to the wire here. I mean, when the New York Post jumped ship, they've supported Trump throughout most of this, but now they're finally jumping off ship. I don't know why. At this point, what's another week? What's another week to you, New York Post? I mean, after January 6th, it's probably going to be a done deal either way. Either the votes are counted or they're not. You couldn't hold out for, let's see, what's today? Today's the 28th. 1, 2, 3, yeah, another 9 days. But okay, if you feel the need to chastise Trump now, I don't know what you're going to say about him the last 2 weeks he's in, if that turns out to be the situation. But here's something you can look forward to in the years to come. IRS plans 50% ramp up in audits of small businesses next year. Well, that's just something we need, right? I mean, after all, we've only faced one of the worst economic eras of all time, especially for small businesses. I'm sure now it would be a great time to turn the screws on these people and try to see what they're doing. I mean, are you trying to start this revolution? Are you trying to get people to throw up their hands and say, well, that's it, America over, I'm out of here, because my God, Internal Revenue Service is planning to ramp up audits of smaller businesses and their investors by about 50% next year, following years of persistently low examination rates, an agency official said Tuesday. Yeah, I'm sure they're super low. The result could be a surge in audits of companies ranging from mom-and-pop retail stores and technology startups to investment funds that have historically faced only infrequent checks thanks to time and effort required at the IRS. Yeah, I bet. I'm just going to take a guess here and say that the mom and pop guys will get all the attention, and those investment funds, you probably won't be able to get to those. You're very busy. You don't want to do a lot of work. It's much easier to drive a little mom and pop business out since they don't have lawyers, right? Welcome to 2021. But let me end with a little hope tonight. Louie Gohmert. Louie Gohmert sues Mike Pence in bid to overturn election results. Yeah, this is happening. A group of Republicans led by Representative Louie Gohmert on Monday sued Vice President Pence in an unusual gambit and aimed at overturning President-elect Biden's election victory. Well, it's not an election victory until he counts the votes. The lawsuit claims Mr. Pence has the exclusive authority to decide which electors should be counted when Congress meets on January 6 to finalize the results of last month's presidential election. The certification is largely procedural is a largely procedural issue overseen by the sitting president under an arcane law from 1887 known as the Electoral Count Act that will put Mr. Pence in the uncomfortable role of announcing a Biden victory. Mr. Gohmert, Texas Republican, argued in the lawsuit that Mr. Pence's role in overseeing the election certification also gives him the authority to decide which electors are chosen. He says Mr. Pence can select the Republican electors who supported Trump in 5 states where the elections were contested. Those 5 states have 73 electoral votes, more than enough to hand a victory to Trump. Under the 12th Amendment, defendant Pence alone has the exclusive authority and sole discretion to open and permit the counting of electoral votes or a given state when there are competing slates of electors, or where there is an objection to any single slate of electors to determine which electors' votes or whether none should be counted, the lawsuit says. A spokesman for Mr. Pence declined to comment. Ooh, what a shock. Yeah, I bet he'll continue to decline to comment. This is both good and bad. Hooray for Louie for stepping up. Unfortunately, it's an indication that he knows Pence is going to give it to Biden. This is not a good sign. Not a good sign. But the fact that Louie's doing this, maybe that'll put the pressure on Pence. And good for him. At least there's one guy in Washington that seems to be trying to help Trump. Good for you, dude. And good for anybody who signs on to this. Let them fight you. These people are all bark, no bite anyway. What are they going to do? What are they going to arrest you for exactly? I don't know what the judge could do. I mean, what he's suing Pence to force him to do what? I don't think that has any teeth to it, but you know, hopefully it puts a little pressure on Pence to go, well, I can't call the election. Maybe. It's a slim chance, but at least Louie's doing what he can. I don't see anybody else doing jack. It's not Mitch McConnell, certainly. If Mitch McConnell was in this, oh, it'd be a done deal. It'd be a done deal. We'd be having screaming matches in the middle of Congress if Mitch was on board with this in the GOP. Unfortunately, again, it's an indication the GOP wants to be rid of Trump, and they think, oh, well, we'll just go back to normal and we'll rob people and line our own pockets. It's not going to be that way. You're in for a tough few years, GOP. If you don't back Trump, you're going out of office. Everybody who was a Trump fan will primary the crap out of you, and you're not getting a vote unless you're a Trump supporter too. That's going to be the new metric going forward with the GOP. And you don't like it? Well, too bad. It's going to be we're going to have a third party in this country, I think. I think Trump basically tells the GOP, go pound sand down a rat hole, you useless idiots. Now, maybe not. Again, this is 2020. I mean, who the hell knows? This is the world's greatest reality show coming to an end. But we'll just have to wait and see on January 6th. I know. I keep going back and forth on this. Louie gave me hope when I first read this article, and then I thought, oh, wait, he probably has the inside track, so maybe not. But you know, it's not over till it's over. So think on that, Trump fans, and we'll see you tomorrow.